And we still have it.
Captain Starchild
Technically
here.
federally illegal.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but when you say that 65%,
Just think it should be legalized.
yeah, but we're just talking about marijuana. We're not talking about all drugs.
Sure, but
I wonder what the percentage
they're
is.
already doing a ton of trials and about to basically put psilocybin and MDMA back on the prescribable schedule.
Yeah, it's heading that way, but I don't know if any Congress or Senate would pass that.
I think the FDA can do it. I don't even think it takes a law change. Does it? I don't know. I don't know
Good
the mechanics
questions.
of it, but like the evidence is in.
Yeah.
These like, do you know what the protocol is that they do most of these trials with MDMA and ecstasy,
No.
or MDMA and mushrooms? So you like.
I know is that there's a number of there's like a stage 2 or even a stage 3 trial going on, I think, with MDMA.
Whatever the last stage is they're doing a bunch of them, and they fast-tracked it because the initial studies were with veterans in PTSD. So it got everyone excited, and they said, yeah, fast-track this. And the protocol is super fucking simple and makes a lot more sense than anything I've heard for any sort of mental illness, which is you, like, meet a talk therapist for a few sessions and establish a relationship. And then one day you go in and you sit down with this therapist and get comfortable and you do the substance and have a long ass therapy session where you really get into everything.
Yeah.
And then if like 6 weeks later you come back and do that again if you want to. And I think like an hour and a half in you can add some more if you want to.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and then you're done. And they have like fantastic, I don't know the numbers, but
Have you heard about the ketamine treatments?
No, except from you, and you weren't making a lot of sense some of those days.
Okay, well, I can imagine I agree with you. I probably wasn't. And that was part of my delusion and psychosis.
Yeah, totally. Well, if you're the creator of the universe, you
It makes you go crazy. You got to think about a lot. You know, you got a lot to think about.
A lot of angles.
When you are the creator of the entire universe and the multiverse. I mean, the whole kit and caboodle, Daddy.
Yeah.
You know,
God.
and so.
Yeah, there I said
I would order people around.
Yeah.
I was. My delusions were pretty crazy, and well, it's part of my mission. Captain Starchild, 42nd Division, first responders, psychic, psychotronic, psionic warfare specialist.
That's a lot of
OG
lot of
West
words.
Side, Deep Side, Underwater, Bunker Buster, Frontline Hit Squad.
God, how are you giving me to fit that on a business card?
Vatican Assassin.
Oh yeah, you told me you
Vatican
gotta buy your
Hashish
business
and
cards
Assassin.
for $10.
Yeah, my business cards are going to be expensive
It's-
whenever I can find someone that makes
To
those.
make you a 12-page business card for your title?
No. It's what it is. I'll describe it to
I
you.
know.
It's a circle about this big, about 3 inches diameter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it 3.3 inches in diameter.
Sure.
To do the 33 in there, and then the front is the sunshine with the smiley face on it. Okay.
Yep.
And you open it up, and then it just has my name. You open it up and it's all black, and the writing is white, and it just says my name on one side and my phone number on the other side. And the back of the business card is the moon with a smiley face looking at you. Oh, I forgot the most important part. When you open up the business card, a rainbow with fluffy clouds and birds in it pops up. And have you ever seen those pop-up? You know what I'm talking about, a pop-up book? So it's a pop-up book, yeah. It's a pop-up
Fluffy
book.
clouds come out with
And
your
a
name and
rainbow pops up, and there's fluffy clouds like attached to it by a string so they can wiggle.
You're just gonna have the name on your birth certificate?
And I'm just gonna have my name and my phone number.
Nate Stevens or Phoenix Starchild or
I don't
Nathan
know.
Christopher
I don't know
Stevens?
which name.
Did you get a Catholic of fourth name?
What?
Like in confirmation or something, you like take an additional.
No, I never went through
secret Catholic
confirmation. I left the church before confirmation time, right around
Yeah, I
confirmation
don't know if it's
time.
confirmation. They make a bigger deal of First Communion than we Lutherans.
Yeah, that's
did.
part of the reason I got kicked out of the
But
house
at
when
some
I was
point,
a
I know my
teenager.
dad's he's Michael. He's John William Gauchi on his birth certificate, but it's also Michael,
Okay.
which is his brother, so it's easy to remember.
We're going all over the map here, ladies and gentlemen. We're just catching
What
up.
kind of viewership are we? Am I gonna be famous?
Well, you know, I've been the last 10 videos have about an average of 20 views.
It's not bad. I never looked at the end in my police videos about that.
A couple weeks ago, like maybe 3 weeks ago, I had a week where I did 12 album sales in one day.
Nice.
And I when I sell an album, I get an email from Bandcamp, and they tell me the person's email and how much they paid for it.
You just have like voluntary.
I have it up as choose your own price.
Right.
Yeah, so out of 12 downloads, everyone paid at least $2 for it. One person paid $50,
Nice.
which offsets.
Sure.
So I ended up bringing in over $100 for. I brought in like $130
That's
for
awesome.
12 sales. So it was more than a $10 average per. So I wanted to keep it like that because see, some of the people had an extra $2.
Sure. What did you do to drive that?
What do you
Was
mean?
it like a particular video got a lot of views? Or
No,
you
I
did
just
some
I'm.
graffiti
I think
or-
it must have been one of the videos that got a lot of views or something. But I emailed these people back and said, "How did you find me out?" And a couple of them answered and just said, "We've seen your YouTube videos, and then I found out you had an album." Because I put
not people you know.
in the
they're
description. You know how there's a video and there's a description.
Right.
In the description, I always put my album upload.
Oh, sure.
And I try to tag it at the end of every video because I just want to get it out there. It's my
Sure.
dream. It's a really good
I
album.
have to admit, when you first sent it, I tried, I believe, and it was like for some reason I couldn't do it. I never followed up.
You know what's messed up? I can't. It's not compatible with an iPhone. So I can listen to my own tunes by pulling up the website. But,
okay,
but
you
I
can't get the app.
Yeah, and I can't get to the 2 hidden tracks.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, so that sucks.
Can you you can upload them through? They got rid of the What do you use if you want to put a song you made directly into your iPhone? How do you do that?
I don't know.
Do you have to have a?
You have to have a computer.
Macintosh computer to get your MP3 onto your iPhone? Or can you?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
This is why I've never had an iPhone, because I know Android works with everything except an iPhone.
Yeah. That's what kids are for, man, to tell you how to use your iPhones.
I know. My daughter has them. My son and younger daughter are both Androids. Although almost good with both.
I've had this
Her mom
Apple
has
phone
it.
for a month and a half, maybe.
Uh-huh.
And I think I'm going to trade it in for an Android.
So you never liked it? Because what I've understood is
I'm not
once you get
all
into
about it.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't find any free apps. There's just no free apps. All the apps in the Apple iStore cost money. Like, you can't just get, like, for instance, I was looking for an English to Spanish translator. And
there's not one built in?
no.
Does Google Translate come on most apps? I know I put it
I don't
in
know
immediately
nothing.
if I don't, because I use that occasionally.
What I know how to do is make YouTube videos
You
and
can probably get Google Translate, because you can get Google Maps for
Google
an iPhone.
Translate.
Yeah, and that's real slick. You can put it up to a label at the Asian food market, and it'll read it back to you.
No way.
Fuck yeah. They're
Wow.
sometimes funny, like how Asian translations can
Yeah.
get. But you get the gist of it at least.
Huh. Yeah, I have my whole platform written out. I sent.
Really?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I asked my dad if he saves his text, so I sent it to him last year. I got to go and see if he has a text history going back that far, because I was really inspired, and I wrote like a 50 bullet point platform for the president. And the first one's legalize all drugs. And the second one is return the whole economy to a gold standard.
Gold standard. That's weird. I've always thought gold standard is silly, because gold's not that useful. Why not make it a bead standard? Fucking, I don't even know.
Gold's very useful to eat.
A little
Monoatomic gold.
I've heard that
is incredible.
In alchemy sense, it's useful, but
it's amazing. I have 2 different kinds of monoatomic gold. I added to my water, and I just feel like
I think it's
more charged in the brain.
You can have that because you found it. I don't need an extension cord that bad. It's better than barking at me to throw a stick. Yeah, I think it's back to the gift economy where it became clear when everyone had to stay home for a little while that they can just print as much money as they need to hand out to people to make things flow smoothly. So let's stop pretending money is anything other than a silly waste.
You know what I bet you they're
silly
gonna
waste
do?
of arithmetic when we can just look at a store is already called what it is. It's a place where you store things and then you go grab what you need, and if it's useful when you're done with it, you put it back to where it's stored.
My parents were in a hippie co-op in the 80s.
Not North Country Grocery, was it?
No, I
'Cause
forget.
was
I forget what it was
William
called. It was over on the west side in St. Paul,
Okay.
and
Grocery?
it was just a little food co-op. Just like my mom and dad and a bunch of other families got together and started a
Right.
co-op and rented a space, and volunteered shifts of working there. And
Yeah, I
then
don't know anything about the one on the west side, but North Country was, I believe, the first one in the United States, at least. And
yeah,
it's
there's a
lasted
lot
for
of
long
there's a
time.
lot of interesting things have come out of the Twin Cities for first. We had like the first
internet.
we had the first Hmong state congressperson.
Mm-hmm. First Somali, first
Yep,
Muslim.
first Muslim. The first, if I
A
remember
lot of
right,
vice presidents.
the first airmail flight went out of Holman Field, I think.
I think that's true. Now that you say it, I
From
never.
the US.
think
My
about
brother's
that.
a postman right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Which one?
Luke. I don't think you've ever met Luke. He's just moved back here from
I'd love
New
to talk
York.
to him. I really like.
He's been out in New
miss
York
my
for
letter
like the
carrier
last
days.
10 years, and I really miss him. He's a really
This
cool
is a
dude.
much better way.
You would
place
really
to
like.
be a letter carrier.
You would totally like Luke. He's a really cool dude.
Right on.
In fact, I'm gonna turn off this video and put some music on. Peace and love, y'all.